With gas prices soaring once again, this time just in time for summer travel season, many drivers are considering ditching their gas powered vehicles for an electric car. But this consideration comes with its share of concerns, especially when it comes to charging the batteries that power these vehicles.
About 80% of charging currently is done at home. So the idea of plugging your car in before you go to bed, allowing it to charge overnight, just like your cell phone does, sat at the bedside table. You leave the house with a full tank of gas every day.
James Bell is head of corporate communications and public relations for Kia America, one of many manufacturers that are building electric vehicles. He says that the so-called range anxiety with electric vehicles is becoming less of a concern. However, the issue of charging these vehicles is causing its share of anxiety with new and potential EV owners.
And I think it's to the point where it's moved from range anxiety, in other words, what the vehicle can go on a state of charge. Most EVs now are about 300 miles on a charge, and the average American drives about 25 to 35 miles a day. So that's pretty well covered. But to your point about road trips, that moves from range anxiety to charge anxiety. And that's what we're here to talk about today, that there are now charging stations that are becoming, popping up all over the country. In fact, the only thing that's really slowing it down is the governmental infrastructure. The utility companies signing off on the permits and so forth for putting in new stations.
Bell says many car manufacturers are looking to invest in research to develop better batteries and charging options to make owning an EV a little easier for drivers. What are some of the manufacturers like Kia or Tesla? What are they doing to help with this situation, with the range?
Well, continuing to invest in new technologies, battery chemistries, bringing the cost down, but having there's something interesting about electric vehicles. The rate that a charging can put electrons into the battery is slower than it can come back out to push the car down the road. So it's all about kind of getting that balance point between high-speed charging and then maximum use of that electric going out to push you down the streets.
Bell reminds drivers who are on the fence about switching to an EV that the auto manufacturing industry's infrastructure is moving in the direction of electric vehicles.
Nobody is putting a new engine or putting money into a new gasoline-powered engine. It's all going into electrification. So you've got the charging network coming together. You've got vehicles that are more affordable, that are able to charge quickly. It all lines up pretty clean in my book.